so the next question is mine.
Perfection.
Huh?
That's all. Perfection.
Yeah.
That's all.
Says, Chan's controlling side is starting to come out more and more. Malia said her wrists would be fine, but he insisted that she sees his doctor. Is it a sign of how their relationship will be? I think it is a sign. Chan's an alpha male, and Malia gonna fall in line or else. That's just what it is. Chan's not taking no lip. He's not taking no suggestions, no inputs. He's like, I'm good to you. What else do you need? Daddy knows that what the baby needs, and I feel like that's some kind of like, at least like, what? Yeah. Anyways, he feels like he knows what Malia needs, and he's just like fully in control of things. Like we talked about, this is his controlling side coming out. Daddy knows what's best for his little ones. No, you don't, because you're not her dad. She's a grown ass woman. She knows what she's doing. Like if she said her wrist is cool, let it be cool. Malia has lived 27 years of life and has gotten hurt before. She knows how to take care of herself when she's bumped and bruised and stuff, and she has insurance. Anyways, Chan's controlling, and this is his controlling side is starting to come out. He acting like she's brand new to the country and he just got to acclimate her just right. No, she's okay. And I'm going to say I appreciate him trying to look out for her. But one thing I know, you can't do more for somebody than they want to have done. I might know somebody who's 455 pounds who wants to lose weight. If I say to them, hey, I want to come over and do some meal prep for you, give you some nice brown rice, some steamed vegetables, some grilled chicken, make sure it's seasoned well, get you a little sauce, and let's go out and let's walk every day for 20 minutes. And that person's like, no. And I come, no, you're going to do the walk. You're going to eat the brown rice and the vegetables, and I'm not going to hear no lip about it. It might be what they need. It might be really good for them, right? I'm gonna put you onto these smoothies and stuff, right? But if that person doesn't want that, there's only so much I can do. And I feel like Chan is, again, he's not used to hearing no. So Malia's gonna have to figure out a way to boss up on him because he doesn't want to hear no. He doesn't want to hear, no, I don't want to do. He's like, I said we doing it, and now we're gonna go here and get something to eat, and I want you to shut up and look pretty. That's the vibe that's happening here. I love Chan, but he's gonna have to get himself together because my girl ain't gonna keep putting up with this talk. Yes, Chan is his controlling side is starting to come out. And I feel like, I stand by what I said earlier. If he could just change up his tone a little bit, reword a few things, the relationship will go a lot smoother because like Karina said, Malia's gonna bug back. Eventually it's gonna turn into who the F you talking to like that? And Chan gonna be like, I'm talking to you. I run the, it's gonna come to a head soon, once this relationship is fully established, because now we got to figure out some things, I don't think anything is wrong with, Chan taking a little bit of initiative, even, you're going to eat the rice, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. It's all about how you say it, just let her, hey, sweetheart, I made this because I was, and he's definitely going to have to learn to hear a no and not go psycho in his mind and want to wipe out the whole family, and I think Malia is going to be the voice of reason that will soften him up a little bit, and he'll be like, okay, I love her so much, let me try a different approach. I think Malia might do that for Chan. We'll have to wait and see, how that turns out. But yes, Brother Chan, please change up your tone a little bit. You can still say the same thing, just reword it a little bit. And me, I'll talk to Malia for you. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be okay.
Oh my Lord. She said, I'm going to talk to Malia for you. Praise God. Praise God. Come through, mother. um, he didn't but okay, so even if he changed his tone, this would be my problem. I already called the doctor and he'll be at your house at this time.
What? That's so sweet.
God, God, we probably all need to just pray right now that, Mother Kyrie and Sister Karina don't end up in nobody's trunk because well,
I'm not
Karina
in
ain't
that.
going nowhere. Nah, because that ain't, no. Curious, no.
I'm gonna call you and be like, girl, he called the doctor. The doctor just showed up, just checking my wrist and everything. That was so sweet.
Like
And
my
I did
wrist
have to
is
pay for
fine,
it.
but turns out I got high blood pressure. Like, what? Um, okay. But yes, this is what I stated in the beginning when we were talking about our thoughts on a chapter. I am concerned for Malia. This little side is coming out, and I mean, he has already beat her dad within an inch of his life, and made his dad promise, like, "Yo, I don't want her. Like, she's gonna love me, or else." So, and it's starting to come out when she does say, he'll say something. And if she goes against that, it's no, almost like he's trying to check her and like, this is what I said and this is what's going to go. Ain't gonna work with me. But, no, even if he changed his tone, like if she's saying, I don't want to go to the doctor, and he's like, says it nicely, well, I already called the doctor and he'll be at your house at this time. I'd be like, whoa, boundaries? The fuck? Like, are you serious right now? He gonna be at my house when, okay, I'm not opening the door. Thanks for telling me. But yeah, and I do think it's a sign of how the relationship will be, because he's not really concerned about offending her or scaring her or nothing. It's like, hey, this is what I said and this is what's gonna go. And then she kind of slinks back into the, oh, okay, I don't want to upset him, instead of like checking him right away. So because he hasn't been checked yet, I like to say graciously gathered, because that hasn't happened yet. And I say yet because she will put people together when she's had enough. Right now, he's thinking that's the dynamic. Like, okay, it's cute. She could say what she wants. She could do blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, it's my word. What I says is what's going to happen. Until she bites back. So that's my mind.
So you mean to tell me if Russell rolled up on you and was like, hey, I know you said you're okay, boo. We have a family doctor. I'm going to call him. He's going to be here at 6. And he's rubbing you, it's okay. He's getting real close. He's getting real close to you, Alicia. It would make me feel a lot better if we could just have it checked out, make sure nothing's broken, make sure nothing is bruised. And he got that little accent on him too. Which you gonna tell him no? He gonna be like, that is controlling, get out of my face. You're gonna be like, okay, Russell, sure.
No.
To make you feel more comfortable, Russell.
Hell no.
What's the harm in it, Russell?
Hell no. Now see, this is why I always end up in crazy relationships. Now, me personally, I'd be like, oh, okay, come through, daddy. I know that's right. He said that he's sending a doctor, Karina. Girl, they got a whole doctor in that family, girl. And he promised me some cheesy bread. Don't you play with my Russell, though, okay? Because Russell, he already know about my chicken wings and cheesy bread. Like, he just knows. And so, ooh, girl, you got me thinking. If Russell came through on that energy, I'd be happy to see the doctor. And then him too. I'd be like, but are you gonna come over? It is a little sore. I mean, can you? I need a massage. I need some ice on it. I feel better if you did.
Bring the cheesy bread.
Yes, with my wings and my ranch. Ooh, and some. Okay, you better stop it, for I end up around with my imaginary Blasian baby. Lord Jesus, Russell. case y'all don't know, I don't know why, but I'm just crushing on Russell. He ain't even real, but in my head, we together. So
Is she gonna end up in Russell's trunk?
now, if I do slip up and I'm calling y'all, and I'm like, I can't see anything. It's dark. It was Russell. It was it was Russell. I can hear the freeway.
Girl, you are so crazy. We found this guy online, and I was like, when I envision Russell, that's who I see when I write. And Alicia was like, I'm done. I'm done. She had to follow him and everything. She's like, Critty's so fine. And you got them tattoos and the muscles. Just take her home, Jesus. Lay her out, Lord. Lay her out. Oh my goodness. All right. Our next question is, I felt for Malia in the situation with her and Chan in the car. He wants to protect her and rescue her, but it seems like he forgets she can make her own decisions. He is not her father. Why are some men overbearing? Yeah, I think, we've been touching on that a lot already. And he's protecting his asset. He feels like he owns Malia and her family, at this point. He's gonna be the new lead of the triad. This is what he was raised to do. He was raised to give orders. People bow down. They say okay. They don't say no. They don't say why, because then they get murked. So is that still a word, murked? And why are men so overbearing? A lot of men are taught this foolishness that they own women. Women have to obey them and worship them and cook and bend over. And that we're property.
Stop acting like you weren't raised in the church. Okay, we don't have enough. Kitty, don't watch this. This, if you got this far, turn it off now. There we go.
Where is she watching it at anyway? On her phone? Because I feel like somebody's dropping her certain links. Like, she said something about you in this one. You might want to tune in. She don't know how to get to know YouTube. Stop being messy, Scott family. But why are men so overbearing? I feel like, they've been taught that. They've been taught that women are property and that they own us and, treat us a certain way, or we're going to run off and then somebody else is going to come and bang us over the head and throw us over their shoulder and claim us for their property, so I feel like that's why a lot of men act like that, but passing it along. Karina is laughing. She's going to share why she's laughing so hard. As we talk about that all the time with
being bent over and thrown over somebody's shoulder?
No, like, TB acting like somebody gonna come and like caveman style, bust Karina over the head, throw her over the shoulder, and run to take her to his place, and then now he's her property. So we always be joking about that.
Oh my Lord. Okay. Caveman style. Mine now. And go taking off. I'd be like, bro, if you don't go get your wife, shoot. I'll watch the kids. And you better give him the ones and twos. You sitting there letting somebody take off after busting her in the head. I felt for Malia in a situation. He wants to protect and rescue her, but it seems like he forgets. Okay. He isn't her father. And yeah, we have touched on this a lot. And Karina has said it earlier, with the watching her and stuff like that. It's control. I'm not sure. Well, he wants to protect her too, like we'll throw that in a mix, but it's really he has to have control. He's the head of the triads. He's, the head honcho. He's the one, he's controlling everything. Everything happens because he says so. Well, anything going on in his life and circle and stuff. And so now that Malia is going to be part of his life, he's still on that same energy. Whatever he says goes. Like, hey, that's cute. You can have your little friends. You can do this. But at the end of the day, if I say this is what's going to happen. I think it says, why are men overbearing? Not all men, but I think some men, especially the ones like that, you could protect your woman, and then there's the controlling part of it. And I think that's probably their idea. Now, I'm not a man, but that could be their idea of being masculine. That whole, dogs, when they pee on trees and they're marking their territory and stuff like that, because that's just what they do, they're dogs and this is what they do. So that's why I said not all men. And again, I'm not a man, but I'm thinking, just from what I've witnessed with certain guys in my life, they're seeing that as masculine, as strong. Hey, I'm the man, that what I say goes, and you're the woman. And, I had seen something stupid. Well, it wasn't stupid, but on Facebook, where a guy was like, women were created for men. Men weren't created for women. Okay. Well, enjoy trying to make babies in a life with another man. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying it's not.
Die alone.
Right. Die alone. Like that's something terrible. Let me tell you something. I'm alone. And when that time comes, if I ain't like hooked up with nobody, like if I ain't discovered Russell yet, I'm gonna be fine. I'm not gonna, well, ain't nobody here out to hold my hand. Shoot, I got kids, I got a cat. I'm sure I'll have another one. And yeah, I don't know. They say die alone. Like that's just something just absolute. Maybe for some people that could be scary.
They're speaking from their own fear of dying alone.
Right. And I heard that a lot of them do. They end up in nursing homes, abandoned by their little ting-tings, the ones that call them zaddy and all that other stupid stuff. So, yeah, maybe that's, as far as Chan goes, what he said, he's used to being in charge. And so he's going to try and take control. I don't know about the rescuing part. Maybe he would. I'm saying, like, if he's seen her in obvious, like he's dealing with the Chris situation, but, yeah, some men can be overbearing. Oh, and it could be fear. It could be fear of losing a woman with some men, that are overbearing and, this, well, if I'm just, up under her and I'm just, blah, 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 she ain't gonna leave. And I'm like, yeah, she will, homie. You don't know how we work, especially as Black women. You don't know how we gonna put up with a lot. But when we decide it's over, it's over. It don't matter what you do. And so, yeah, it could be what they think or what they envision as masculine as well. That's my answer.
Yeah, and a lot of what they think looks masculine actually to us looks a lot like weakness. Like Kyrie was saying, you have a lot of these people who have this notion that somebody's going to take you from me. They're just going to hit you in the head and just take my property. And I love my husband, but he'd be like really wild. He's like, what if somebody else roll upon you and they just take you? I said, that's called kidnap. It's called human trafficking. You can't take a person against their will. You have to sign up to be taken. Okay. Like, so if somebody, yeah. And so I don't know, like you see some men, like I love the show Cheaters. Like, I don't know why I be watching that show, but I be watching that show. And these guys, women too. So I'll just say people will show up and they'll fight each other, to win the other person back because they look at the other person as the problem. But baby, I want to know who opened up the door.
Who let them in? Like, the back door was left open, wide open. The person who you are fighting for was fighting to get away from you. So let them go. Because I ain't never going to beat down no chick. No, because she took him from him. May the best woman win. I mean, and she clearly was the better woman for the job. Bravo, sis. I'm proud of you. Because I didn't even know I needed that trash taken out of my life. You, sis, have really done me a service. Praise him. Hold on to the horns of the altar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, because that's something that we always said growing up in the church. But I don't like you're like, you know, you're right. Like, what? So what? Like, what are we talking about? Like we was just saying stuff in church without like context. I'm gonna have to look into like, what was a horn to the altar? Like, what was that?
I was just gonna say I already sent it in the group chat.
See, I told you, when you say something in front of Kyrie, honey, she's already like, you know, that's a good question. Let's check that out. Create a Google document for that too. We're going to talk about these references we out here making, these colloquial terms and whatnot. But, yeah, he thinks that he needs to protect her. And I'm going to say Malia has done a wonderful job for the last, you know, she's 27 years, but, you know, a good chunk of that was her being a kid. But, I mean, most people move out 18, 19 years old, they go off to college. She's been protecting herself. She's been doing a really, really good job. We got to stop acting like people are damsels in distress. I'm not saying that as a man, you know, you don't want to protect your woman, but I'm saying you can't be God. Sometimes the best way you could protect somebody is just to give them knowledge. Like, hey, you know, if you're in a situation where you feel uncomfortable with something, like, definitely, you know, stop. I watched a video where this woman was followed around by some guy. He just, everywhere she went, he didn't care. He was jumping on different, you know, buses with her. He was just, you know, he was just there. So why don't, if you want to really truly protect somebody, because you can't always be there for them, you know, equip them with the game. You know what I mean? Get them a concealed weapons permit. Teach them to go out and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, get them some brass knuckles. Get them that knife. Get them some bear mace, whatever. Because you can't be in all places at all times. And again, it's not even like protecting you from that weirdo down the street who's hiding behind a bush. A lot of this stuff centers back to, ain't nobody taking what's mine. If the platter decides that it doesn't want to platter with you anymore, you have to respect the platter's decision. Okay? Those sandwiches is walking, baby. They got some new lettuce on the other side of the street. Leave them alone. Let people go. If they want to go, they want to go. You know, so yeah, Malia doesn't need anybody to be her dad. It's nice when you're in a situation with a man who wants to be there for you, but not like this. This is him doing incredibly too much. You want to rescue somebody. I don't see a fire, though. I don't see anything burning down. What are you trying to rescue? Has my life been so incomplete because I'm not in a relationship and you need to rescue me from loneliness? Is that what we're saying? I don't know. You know, all these people out here like, you're going to die alone. No, you're going to die alone. You're afraid of dying alone, okay? Because if anybody was scared of dying alone, baby, they would turn to Addison and they would just start grabbing whoever was there to be grabbed. Clearly, singleness and your so-called loneliness isn't the thing that's really bothering people. I think what bothers these men is women talking about you're going to do me right or you're not going to have me. These are like, women are really drawing really strong boundaries, you know, and they're like, you're going to do me the way I want to be done, or I don't have to have you or anybody else who look like you or nobody who don't. Like, we don't have to do this. And some people, oh, you're going to be single. Well, joke's on you, because I've been married for 18 years with 3 kids. I knew what I wanted, you know, and I knew that I wanted to be loved a certain way. And if my husband was going to love me, he was going to love me the way I wanted to be loved, and vice versa. I got to love him the way he wants to be loved, or we don't have to do this. A piece of paper is just that, a piece of paper. But we're going to be happy or we're not going to be together. Nobody got time for these games and whatnot. Nobody needs to be rescued. Malia didn't need to be rescued. Malia just needs to be loved. She needs to have a friend. She needs to have a companion. And you don't even need that, to be honest. It's nice to have it. It's a luxury. You know, we have this idea that I am entitled to have this by this age in my life, or because I'm a man or I'm a woman. Nobody's entitled to have anything or anybody. You're blessed. It's a privilege. It's an honor to share space with you. And I think that we need to start valuing people like that. Like, I value you so much that I'm afraid of losing you. I don't want to push you away, because I think that a lot of this I'm your man BS mentality, and I'm going to push you around because daddy said so. you end up losing the person in the end. And it's not even to another man. You just lost them because they didn't want you no more. They grew tired of you. It is always, no, I know she didn't leave me because she just gained her independence. She left me because somebody else there's Tyrone somewhere around here hiding. There's not, though. A lot of times it's just you've run somebody's ass into the ground. They're done. They're tired of playing this game with you, right? Love and appreciate and cherish, male and female. We have to learn to cherish, love, and appreciate each other. I can't be, I'm your wife. You don't control people. You experience people and you value them and you allow people to grow. Because if not, if you keep on trying to hold people down into a little box, eventually the box is going to split and they're going to be out.